When it comes to hunting games and taking down giant beasts like the nature-infused kemonos in Wild Hearts, for us it's all about the weapons, learning all of the moves and pulling off awesome combos in style. So when EA asked us to create a sponsored video, we thought the most useful thing for you guys would be to create an overview of each weapon so you know exactly which one is right for you. Do let me know in the comments though what your typical favourite weapon is within these type of games. Are you a giant sword wielder like the Nodachi, or a ranged powerhouse rocking something like the cannon? Let's see if you change your mind after this video. And if you enjoy this one, you can show us support by clicking like down below and subscribing so you don't miss out on the next guide from us. Let's start off with the Claw Blades. If you like to specialize in quick movement, insane aerial combat, and rapid flurries of devastating attacks, then this one might be for you. You can actually use the claw of this weapon to tether yourself to a monster kind of like a grapple hook. You can then dash around in the air to keep safe, as well as reel yourself in towards the grapple point for fast and powerful aerial combos. So if you want to fly around in the sky while spinning and slashing, then you should keep your eye on the Claw Blade. Next is the Karakuri Katana. This is a medium-weighted but short-range weapon with great balance and powerful offensive attacks. You can dish out fast-hitting attacks or higher-powered area of effect moves at the cost of draining your stamina. Once the gauge is full, you can then go into the Unleashed state, which will turn your katana into an awesome whip-like blade with increased range and power. So if you like high-damage weapons and awesome whip blades, this one might be for you. When it comes to giant swords, however, the Nodachi is the go-to. This is a heavy-weighted weapon with slower, measured attacks that deal huge damage, while also being a weapon that's easier to handle. With a combination of high-powered upward strikes and spinning slash attacks, the Nodachi has an attack for most situations. To get the most out of this weapon, you're going to have to build charge up, which means you're going to have to dodge kemono attacks while your stamina is being drained. But landing successful hits will speed up this process. And if you successfully build it to the maximum, then you're going to let off some of the most devastating attacks within the game. So if hard-hitting, charge-focused but slower attacks are your thing, then you can't go wrong with the Nodachi, and you're going to be hitting like an absolute truck. Next up is a super cool and interesting weapon, the Karakuri Staff. While this is a medium-weighted weapon, it's also universal in that it can use the Karakuri to mutate between 5 different forms as you attack. You're going to be transforming weapons mid-combo in spectacular style while dishing out impressive damage. But through your special attack inputs, you can also shift into the most powerful mutation, the Giant Sword, which even gives the Nodachi a run for its money. So if you're finding choosing a specific weapon and sticking to it an issue, then the Karakuri Staff and its many forms may be the one for you. Plus, the Giant Sword form is a sight to behold. If, however, you love keeping a distance between yourself and danger, then the excellent ranged attacks of the bow should be your go-to. It offers long-ranged attacks and has great maneuverability. Dashing around your target while peppering it with arrows in the horizontal higher stance is always satisfying. Using this weapon will require positional skill and precision, but will allow for insanely powerful damaging bursts and explosions of damage. So if dealing tons of burst damage at a range while remaining mobile is your goal, then the bow is definitely one for you. Next is a weapon that combines style and defense, the Bladed Wagasa. This is a very lightweight and close-range weapon that's excellent at deflecting incoming attacks, while also offering high-penetration airborne moves, and it's the only weapon which features a parry that can deflect all manner of incoming attacks. This weapon can be a very impressive damage dealer, because parrying and hitting attacks will actually build up your weapon bar more and more, which will further increase the damage you output. So while this weapon has excellent defensive play, it's also an impressive damage dealer if you're good at parrying and landing continuous attacks. Next up is a true classic, the Maul. While it is the most heavily weighted weapon out of all of the options, this one has short-range attacks that offer a wide variety of high damage output and different combination moves. But this weapon actually has another trick up its sleeve. By timing your combos correctly, you can extend the handle of the Maul, opening up new combo paths as well as increasing its range and damage output. So if you're looking for the slowest but most impactful hitting weapon, you can't go wrong with the Maul. Next up is something special, the Hand Cannon. Unlike the bow, this ranged weapon is heavy and slower to wield. However, it makes up for this with its extreme power. This cannon uses celestial thread to bombard your enemies. For this, you're going to have to make use of key bases which will refill your ammo, but you'll also be juggling overheating. So this is a weapon that will require some resource management. So if you like a risk-reward playstyle of juggling gauges with strategic positioning, then the cannon will pay off like no other weapon with its insane laser beam finisher. This not only deals immense damage, but is also visually spectacular to look at. So, going back to our first question at the start, what weapon are you going to be picking now? Did your mind change or were you correct from the beginning? Tell us in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one from us. Share to a friend that's struggling to pick their weapon, and the 2 videos on screen now we think you'll really enjoy if you did enjoy this one. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but the 2 on screen now you're probably going to like if you did enjoy this. And make sure to tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.